Kick it. Kick it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Exceptional Conservative Show live from the nation's capital. We certainly are not ashamed of the good news of conservatism, for it is a power of liberation, first to the Republican and then to the tyrant. And I sincerely mean it with the Republican Party because I want to announce to you all tonight that Donald Trump is absolutely correct. This is only the beginning. He's not through. He's not through at all. And in fact, the Hill is announcing tonight, let me put that in our chat roll. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. It's not Patreon, so I don't get no money out of the deal. But the more people actually come to this particular site and watch, the better it is for people to have the truth. Because you can't stop the truth. It's a very violent, offensive thing when you have it in your hands and you're willing to give it to everyone. So make certain that you subscribe. Also go to TECNTV.com and do something that irritates the heck out of Google. Star it. Make certain it stays in your bookmarks. Okay? And keep coming back to us on a nightly and daily basis. We got great stuff, great programming. But let me digress for, again, this moment. According to The Hill, and did I say I was going to put that in the chat roll? Let me put that in the chat roll. There we go. According to The Hill, the president, Donald John Trump, number 45, has reportedly floated the possibility of starting a new political party as he prepares to leave the White House amid internal struggles within the Republican Party. Remember what I say to you all every night when liberation first to the Republican and then to the tyrant? I guess now y'all are getting it. You're getting it. You're getting it. Yeah. We literally have to liberate ourselves as conservatives from the Republican Party because the Republican Party has no interest in us whatsoever. No. You got McConnell trying to do a deal right now with Chucky Schumer so that he doesn't go in hog wild and take away the liberties and freedoms of America. Please don't take away my rights as a minority leader. The days of begging for people to do that which is right and constitutional are over. They're literally over. What actually took place there at the U.S. Capitol on January the 6th, it had nothing to do with Trump supporters and conservatives going in and trying to tear up. No, what you were watching, again, was the militant arm of the Democrat Party go in and instigate and violate, which led to murder, rioting, looting, so on. It's their game plan. It's what they do as Marxists. I have to give you this particular quote real quick so you'll understand what I'm saying. This is from Marxist University. It has long been clear, pay attention now, when the Marxists know this, then you should know it too. It has long been clear, however, that capitalism will not simply collapse of its own accord, but has to be overthrown. For you all who are asking, the exceptional one, is Marxism in America? Let me be clear. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Hell yeah. It's loud and clear. The Marxists have been in violent overthrow of our nation for years. The 1% occupied thing, all that stuff, you go back to Vietnam. The Marxists have been in our country, but it wasn't until January 6th that they understood the powers that they now have over you and over me. Because they have not only infiltrated the Democrat Party, which is easy. You got a bunch of idiots there who hate America, who believe that climate change is existential. They're idiots, who make you drink through wooden straws. Okay, these are idiots. It's easy to understand. But when they have infiltrated the Republican Party, and they have, no, I don't know if there's an Eric Stonewall in the Republican Party. I don't know. I suspect maybe. But they have infiltrated Republican and Democrat Party, they are the party itself. They no longer need you, the American people. They have absolute military control now. Clutch the pearls. No, Ken. They didn't fire a shot. No, they didn't. Khrushchev told you they weren't going to be able to fire a shot. They don't have to. They have absolute control over the nuclear arsenal. They have absolute control over the military. They have absolute control over the U.S. Treasury. They have absolute control over the Federal Reserve. They have absolute. Wait, whoa. They have absolute control of the Department of Education. They have absolute control over the bureaucracy of the U.S. government. They have absolute control over at least 15 state legislatures. So what do you think they're coming for next? Your Constitution? Oh, no, not completely yet. They have to win back state legislatures. So they're coming for the state. Y'all don't think I have a plan when I have William Green on, right? Y'all don't see it. It's not clear to you. It's not clear to you why we need a William Green representing Montgomery, Alabama in the 26th district there. It's just not clear to you. You don't really think the Marxists have taken control? Really? I give you a good 13 hours. By 12:01 p.m. tomorrow, you will understand what it's like to live in Washington, D.C., America, under one-party rule. California already has a great idea about that. They understand that completely. For those of you in America who did not know what one-party rule looks like, sit back, relax, and watch why elections matter. Why, quite frankly, the political parties are the things that Marxists desire. In fact, let me just go to Marxists because I don't need to go back to the story regarding the Hill. Donald Trump wants another party. I had a conversation with somebody who said, I want to be an independent. I don't want to be Republican or Democrat. I know, I understand it. I don't want to be a Republican. I'm a conservative who votes Republican, I tell you that. But I want a conservative that I can count on, who understands that you have to fight tough battles, and you got to be strong, you got to be honest, and you got to tell people, I don't care if you don't invite me to your barbecues. I don't care if you don't invite me to your weddings. I'm going to stand up for what's right. I'm not going to sit around and baby talk you and tell you that Martin Luther King was a saint. No, Martin Luther King was a trained Marxist, just like Black Lives Matter. Clutch the pearls. No, you're lying, Ken. No, I'm not lying to you. I don't have a reason to. So when we take a look at the fact that the Marxists are interested in one-party rule, this is what they write. And I'm going to give you the site so you can see. I know, this is the first time you came to the network and you're like, oh my God, what is he spewing? Here you go. This is the Marxist University. Listen, I'm going to tell you right up. The leftists not only want to rewrite history, but they want to write out for you exactly how they're going to slap you in the face when they take your rights and liberties. They're doing it, and they're doing it well. They're doing it and doing it and doing it well. There you go. So this is what the Marxists have written. It has long been clear, however, that capitalism will not simply collapse on its own accord, but has to be overthrown. Wait a minute. Capitalism has to be overthrown? Well, what's the most substantial piece to upholding free markets and free trade? It's your Constitution. Yeah, go back and read it. It's built on the 10 Commandments where you're not supposed to take other people's property without permission. You know what I'm saying? The revolutionary movements over the past few years. Now look at the Marxists. You're thinking like Washington, D.C., my neighborhood, someone got elected and all of a sudden, oh my God, they're going to take over. Listen, their view on life is bigger than yours. Probably almost as big as mine. Almost. Not there yet. Over the past few years in Egypt, Sudan, Tunisia. So where have the Marxists been? The Marxists have been in every little fiefdom of revolution around the country and around the world. Who's been funding it? George Soros. Why? because he needs to destabilize a country after demoralizing a country in order to install governmental coverage. And when you have governmental authority, then you can reign in peace, or at least in pieces, the way the Marxists do. The revolutionary movements over the past few years in Egypt, Sudan, Tunisia, etc., have clearly shown that the masses have a tremendous ability to fight and sacrifice. Remember now, Marxists don't consider you a person. If they did, they wouldn't write this one. Mm-mm. They see you as machines, cogs, things, property, materials that can be moved hither and thither any old way it can be for the good of the cause. And in the end, there may be a talented tenth, but only 1% of the talented tenth actually rule everything. You thought it was capitalism. Baby, it's Marxism that's the rule of everything. That's the way they're rolling. They write, but without a political party to organize, channel, and lead the struggle, it inevitably leads to defeat. Therefore, as the world enters deeper into crisis, the task of building the forces of Marxism become ever greater. The past year presented the international Marxist tendency with a massive challenge. Around the world, our supporters have been forced to take our activities online. And rather than being an obstacle, force to put it online? What does that mean? For you ignoramuses that don't get it just yet, why did the teachers union make your children stay home? To put them on the internet all day long. And in putting them on the internet, when Google says that TECNTV.com is one of the most dangerous sites on the web, are they going to go there? No. But where will they go? They will go to sites like Marxism University, and they will download and understand the messages of that. Oh my goodness. Now you're getting it. It's a plan. So they've been forced to put this stuff, not really forced, they chose to put it online so they can go directly after your kids. Everything else used to be on the down low in the classroom. They used to teach your kids this in the classroom. It was okay. Around the world, our supporters have been forced to take our activities online. And rather than being an obstacle to our development, we have had tremendous successes. Really. Yes, they have. So America, where have their successes been? Their successes, according to them, the United States, where the post-election Marxist school drew 600. The United States. Marxist.com in defense of Marxism. Why are you saying all this stuff, Ken? Let me go back to something before we run out of time real quick. It is the political party. There we go. Let's just do that. Features and characteristics of a political party. Why do the Marxists need a political party? Number one, because political parties agree on some policies and programs for the society with a view to promote the collective good. We're all looking out we're all in this together. We're looking out for the best interest. We're looking for the common good, right? Wrong. Remember now, the Marxists want to overthrow. So if they get enough kumbayas together, enough Republicans and Democrats for nonpartisan support of common good policies and programs, guess what they have? They have control. Here's the second one. Since there can be different views on what is good for all, parties try to persuade people why their policies are better than others. Well, what's the biggest tool for persuasion? It's your media. What's the first thing that the Marxists want to take over? Your media. Your social media. Here's number 3. They seek to implement these policies by winning popular support through elections. Winning popular support. through elections. We're a republic, not a democracy. So they won't get popular support, but what can they do? They can cheat like heck to win. And when they have cheated you and have gotten away with it because no one had the courage to stand up and fight them, and don't tell me you had state legislatures, all this. The Supreme Court didn't fight. The Congress didn't fight. They represent you. And they all bowed to Marxism. Here's number 4. Parties reflect fundamental political divisions in a society. Well, if I have the Republican Party with me and the Democrat Party with me, my culture is you. I have it all. Number 5, parties are a part of society and thus involve partisanship. One party rule, ladies and gentlemen. Here's your partisanship. It's you versus those who are empowered, or the empowered versus the rebels. You are a rebel. You don't believe it? I just got news that it wasn't just 2 people that got thrown out of the National Guard and sent back home. It was 10 more, 12 thrown out. You are the rebels, and we're going to get rid of you. Here's number 6. Thus, a party is known by which party it stands for, which policy it supports, and whose interests it upholds. The party exists. The control mechanism has been taken over. They no longer need the cog. I was telling a friend of mine in closing here tonight, and I just want to leave this for you. The thing about the people on the left is they believe that working with the Marxists, that they are a part of the ruling class, they're the in group. So the homosexuals believe that they are on the in group, the LGBTQR, STUVW, add the XYZ, add the P. They believe that they are in the ruling class. And then you have certain globalists that believe we're in the ruling class, and certain environmentalists that believe that we're in the ruling class. And then you have the abortionists. We're in that ruling class. And then you have all these individuals that are in the ruling class. And I'm going to tell you, you need to come back when this week, Dr. Bill Warner will be on the air with me on Thursday night. You'll understand political Islam. Political Islam gives you the whole concept of really what Marxism is driven for. See, with political Islam, all they care about is making certain that Islam rules the world. They will lie, cheat, steal. They will tell you anything just to get you to move from being a kafir to a Muslim. Because all in all, at the very end, it's not about you choosing a religion. It's about you submitting. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The same thing works with Marxism. With Marxism, it's not about you choosing through socialism to become a Marxist. It's about you submitting to the Marxists that exist. You submit to their rule, to their authority, to their control. You see it with social media. You see it with the news media. You see it in government today. You see it on the Wall Street. Businesses telling you that we're not going to sell your pillow because you sided with Donald Trump. Those are Marxists. It already exists here. You see, the thing about Marxists is that they do not believe in a peaceful revolution. They may use a peaceful revolution to get to where they need to be, but in the end, they believe in a violent overthrow. They believe in cutting out the layers of the cake as quickly as they can to get to the sweetest portion. So for all of you who believe on the left, because I'm not talking to some of the people on the right. Some of the people on the right believe they're going to be part of the ruling class too. You're idiots. But for those who are on the left, and you really believe that you're the chosen one, and that you're going to be a part of this great rumination across the world in which you have authority and control and power unlimited, I have news for you. There were once German police, and then Hitler used the brown shirts to get rid of them. Stalin did the very same thing. Lenin, the same thing. Pol Pot, the same thing. Here's the clue to you. People who are willing to steal, kill, and destroy to get to power will continue to steal, kill, and destroy to keep power. And as psychopaths, they only believe that people like themselves have the right to rule. They will always look for the weakest link and will always find a way to eliminate those who believe that they are the best, the brightest, and the boldest. Especially those who have been used, who were once the least, the last, and the lost. Marxism is here. It doesn't have to stay. We can fight. But you're going to have the courage, ladies and gentlemen, to first admit that we were defeated. Secondly, admit that it was a battle, not a war. And thirdly, commit to winning the war by all means necessary. Listen, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Come on back tomorrow night. We will have a great friend of ours from South Korea with us. Yeah, live from South Korea. None other than Casey Lateague Jr., who will be talking with us about how English is being used to illuminate and as well liberate the world. There you go. We're going to talk with him about that. Janice Hall will be with us tomorrow night as well. Dr. Bill Warner will be with us on Thursday night. And Dave Milner will be joining us as well on Thursday night, conservative commentator. He's in the chat role. On Friday, I got a call from J.D. Rucker while I was on the air. He was like, "Kid, I got to come on your show." I was like, "J.D., come on." J.D. Rucker is in charge of the conservative movement organization. He'll be on Friday night at 9:10 p.m. Eastern. Also, Brian Minster, who is running for mayor of Anchorage, Alaska, will be with us at 10:10 on Friday night. So come on back. We got a lot of news and good information for you. If you don't remember anything else, ladies and gentlemen, I said tonight, I do hope that you remember this. God bless America. It is now time for America to bless God. Mary Brock, smooches gracias. Mrs. Big, smooches gracias. Kennedy, smooches gracias. Hopefully you're a girl and not a guy. Dave Milner, love you, man. Thank you so much. William Green, thank you. Mrs. Biggs, thank you most of all for all the financial support making the dream come alive. Good night. God bless you all. Peace.